Everyone, my name is Justin and I'm the returning officer for the MUSA elections. So thank you so much for joining us for the MUSA 2025 general election debate. So this is a session to encourage dialogue between your potential candidates and also between you fellow students of Monash University, Malaysia. So for those who are here physically or online, just a few reminders. Let's keep this session professional and respectful and avoid any topics that may be overly sensitive or inappropriate by any manner. So for today, we'll kick off the first 2 days with the school representatives, and then after that, on the third day will be MUIS, and then on the fourth day will be the divisions, and we'll be ending with the executive committee on the final day. So today, to start us off, the first debate is the School of Business. So let me introduce Lovishan and Imra. And just to guide those of you who are new to how this will work, there will be 4 sections in this. So we will start with an opening statement. After that, we'll go to the structured debate. In this case, will be between the existing office bearer and the potential candidates. And then after that, we'll open up for live Q&A with the audience, and we'll end with a closing remark. So with that, I'd like to hand over to the candidates for their opening statements. Let's give it a round of applause also.
Thank you, Justin. Good afternoon, everybody. We're from Equitas. I'm Lovishan, a current Year 2 Sem 1 student majoring in Finance and FinTech.
And I'm Imra, and I'm majoring in Business Analytics and Finance, and I'm currently in my second year, second semester.
We're running for this position because we want to give back to the place that has given us so much. We hope to leave something meaningful and to strengthen our School of Business community.
In terms of experience, Lovishan and I have both been part of MUSA. I served on the organizing team for TEDx Monash, which is under the VP department, while Lovishan was country representative for Mauritius. These experiences taught us how to manage large-scale events and navigate the processes behind MUSA's initiatives. We decided to run together because our experiences complement each other and align with what we hope to achieve. We work as student ambassadors, which taught us how to bridge the gap between Monash and prospective students, and now we can bridge the gap between business students and faculty. Further, we are also part of MUIG, which fostered strong connections with business students, so it helped us understand what kind of events truly resonate with business students.
Now, we'll be talking about our manifesto. We're proposing structured ways to ensure transparency, just like how MSc updates their Instagram feed regularly. We intend to follow the same and publish regular updates on student concern raised and how they were acted upon. This will therefore lead to trust, and trust is what will make SOB thrive even more. And now moving on to the second part of our manifesto, academics. Right now, most academic concerns stay scattered. One student complains to a friend, or to a tutor, but the issues never build momentum. Our plan is to centralize feedback through major WhatsApp groups, and so individual voices become collective data. When we present recurring patterns backed by numbers, faculty are far more likely to act. This way, academic support stops being reactive and becomes proactive, identifying problems early and solving them before they escalate. Our third point is community building. By connecting with alumni for LinkedIn, collaborating with clubs, and hosting industry workshops, we ensure events create lasting friendships, networks, and career opportunities, turning SOB into a lifelong community. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your opening statements. So after this, we'll be proceeding with the structured debate segment. So for those watching online, this will be a segment where it will take place between the potential candidate and the existing office bearer. So I think with that, I'll pass it to Adwa for this session.
Right, thank you, Justin. So for this section of the debate, just want to ask a few questions to the candidates. So, with your manifesto, it all sounds good and it sounds promising. But can you just go into a bit more detail about how do you intend on improving SOB as a whole for 2026, and what are maybe other initiatives that you may have? Thank you.
Could you please repeat your question?
So what are your plans as a whole for improving SOB, taking it to the next level. Based on your manifesto, you have a lot of promising initiatives that you intend on applying, and maybe what are some other initiatives that you have planned for next year as well?
So we can start with academics and events. What about the events? Please, can I do academics and do events? Okay. All right. Thank you for your question. So regarding our timeline of events, our main events will be mostly around academics and also fun events. When it comes to academics, we intend to host learning jam sessions with our major reps so that we can tackle hard questions, hard concerns that usually business students face. And through that, we'll be working with all the students as well as the major reps so that we can create an environment where knowledge is shared and inspired by our seniors as well as our juniors. And a second point would be trying to work to promote events such as networking events with firms so that we can create connections with different industries and professionals, as well as try to maintain a good alumni network through collaboration, among others. Thank you.
All right. Sounds great. Hope it goes through. And so going back to, you mentioned just now events, is it? So what are your aims in terms of events as a whole? Is it going to be, you mentioned the academic, or you mentioned leisure as well, but what's going to be the split between the two? How are we going to think about your budget? Which one are you going to allocate more into? And yeah, any new events that you want to run apart from, you mentioned the learning session with the major reps. So yeah.
Yeah, so for the events, we want to have a good mix between academic events and fun events, but we also understand that there are other clubs as well who do a lot of fun events. So we would want to focus on good quality academic events, which actually give value to business students. So, for example, like Lovishan mentioned, we could do like workshops, for example, where if you have any complicated business topics, where we could actually teach the students what those topics are, like to help them understand it better. And this could be run by any students who are really good at that topic and who has taken it before. And with regards to other events, with networking events, we can have like career workshops, career fairs, how to improve your resume, things like that, where academic events are focused. For fun events, we also want business students to have fun, and we could ask them actually if they have any suggestions, because we do want to talk to them as much as possible because we're doing this for them. And as we mentioned before, we would use things like Google Forms so that they could come to us at any time, put their suggestions regarding events that they want or regarding any academic concerns, so that we're always there for them. With regards to the budget, Lovishan would tell you how we would do it.
Thank you, Imran. When it comes to the budget, we will allocate funds depending on the scale of the event. For example, if the timeline of events will try to make sure that an equal amount of money is spent equally between academics and leisure events. And to save up on our budget, will favor having collaboration events with other school or even other bodies on the MUSA, and we'll also try to seek more sponsors or even host bazaars so that we can have a good amount of events under a really nice budget. So that's about it for us. Thank you.
Right. So one question regarding you said you want to take suggestions from students regarding events and also academic concerns. You mentioned, was it Google Docs or Google Forms, one of them? So can I just know like what's the roadmap for implementing this?
Yeah.
So for this, we plan on using the existing Instagram page of SOB, because we already have like quite a number of followers who are interested in that, and we would openly communicate this procedure. So we'll say, okay, you can use this form link, which we'll maybe put it on a link tree on our bio so that they can access it at any time. And maybe every month we will actually go through it and give updates, like Lovishan mentioned in the manifesto, where it's going to be like SOB monthly updates based on the forms, and we'll go through the forms, and if we actually act upon certain things, we'll let them know what we've acted upon, so that we have that transparency and trust with the community.
All right, sounds good. And next question, I just want to take it back, apart from events and everything. So I think many would know that promising on initiatives is one thing, but actually following through on them is a bigger challenge, and not many people fall on that step. So can I just know what is your roadmap to make sure that plans, all your initiatives that are actually very good initiatives, I would say, what are your plans to make sure that they are followed upon and implemented well?
So when it comes to events handling, we believe that having a good subcommittee is the crux of it. So the first step would be to try to seek out, to find more subcoms, to find subcoms that have experience and are willing to give their all for SOB. And we'll also try to collaborate with more school representatives so that we can have a bigger work power, manpower, and also with other clubs or department within MUSA itself.
Yeah, so just to add on, we do want to, I think it all starts with the committee and their willingness to even be there. So we want to create a culture where people who are part of the SOB community actually enjoy being there, would want to come for events and want to work towards things, and they have like a shared goal, because that's what we want to see in our subcom as well. And with regards to event timings, we think that at the beginning of the semester, people are more free. They want to connect with their with major reps. They will have so many questions about the new units that they're taking. So at the beginning of the semester, that's where we would allocate most of our events for maybe. And then when it comes towards exams, we would be busy. We understand that the students would be busy. So that's when we'll have just like few maybe academic events that could help them. Maybe the study jam sessions would be focused more towards exams, but the other fun events and general events would be focused towards like STEM breaks or like the beginning of the semester. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, so next question I have is, as you may or may not know, School of Business, the committee, it hasn't been the most stable department, school department, 2023, 2024, it has its drama. So can I just know, like, how do you intend on making sure that, you've talked about your committee, but between you two, how do you know that you're here to take the school to where it's supposed to be, to a high level, and not just here for, a fun time? Thank you.
Thanks for the question. So for that, like we said, it would be the bonding. So just to elaborate more on the bonding, I think initially we would have like an icebreaker session, because it's going to be awkward initially, so that everyone knows who they're working with and just know like what they like, and maybe have like fun, who's most likely to do sessions, and do like when we do our maybe bi-weekly meetings, go out for dinner, or do like a trip maybe during mid-sem break, just to, like I said before, create that fun culture, and maybe have like sports events together where we can go and play like pickleball or something fun, just to connect on a more deeper level.
Okay. So when it comes to choosing a subcommittee, we'll try to reach out to the previous subcommittee to try to find out who really wants to take over again, and we'll try to use that experience so that we can use that to our advantage. But we'll also try to reach out to different clubs and other bodies that have business student working, so that we know that those students already have a background of what they want to do and how they can do things. And this is probably one of the first steps we'll try to do. And secondly, we'll try to reach out to students who have been constantly working with SOB and who are really active on this campus, be it in sports or even like other events bodies. So that's about it for our part.
All right, lovely. And just have two more questions for you guys. So, firstly, is there a plan already now to, what's the workload division between you two? Is it more academics, one's more academic, one is more with the subcoms, or how's it going to be? Thank you.
So when it comes to the workload, as school representative, we mainly have events handling and also the academics to handle. So Imra and I will be dividing it between us equally, and we'll be trying to have 50% each of each role that we need to do. For example, I can do part of the academics and Imra will do the other part, and the same goes for the events handling.
Yeah, this is because we understand that maybe especially when it comes to events, there's like a lot of work to be done. So it's we think that it's not going to be very efficient. It's just one person does like one part and another person does the other part. So the plan is to work together and within each event maybe divide the task equally. But then we're not going to split it maybe like academic versus events. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And just my last question. So, in the worst case scenario that there's an issue maybe between you two or maybe with your subcons or something, is there a plan of action that you have to, make sure that everything's okay and everything runs smoothly afterwards? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your question. When it comes to resolving issue within the community or within ourselves, the first step would be to listen. We try to listen from both perspectives. Let's say party A and party B have a concern about something. We try to be the middleman between those bodies, and we'll try to listen from each other's perspective, trying to see where the root cause of the issue is. And based on that, we try to remain neutral and provide suggested solution to how we can tackle this based on advices, or even like provide a better flow so that we can alleviate the issue and also try to make them bond again and resolve this conflict without dragging it. Okay. And when it comes to an issue within us, I think issues are mostly due to communication. So we'll try to open a constant open communication between the two of us. And if we have a different opinion, we try to listen to each other's perspective and try to find the midway between them and try to choose the one that will resonate with each other's perspective. Thank you.
Yeah, so like you said, it's mainly most of the issues are because of miscommunication. So we do want to like really listen and be there and understand what's going wrong. And initially we would like tell them verbally or like send a message and keep it pleasant. But if the issue is persistent and we see no improvement, then we would look at like another way to go about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. There should be all the questions from me. Thank you guys for your answers. And
All right. Thank you, Adwa, for this structured debate session. So now we'll proceed towards the live Q&A session. So if there's any, I think for those joining online, if you have any questions for the candidates, you can put them in the chat here. And then I will direct it to the candidates. And also those here with us live, if there's any questions that you have, feel free to let us know about your questions and then you'll be directed to the candidates. Yeah, oh, Ken, wait. You pass him mic. Do you have an extra mic?
Okay, hi Imran, hi Lucian, good job on your debate. So I just have a few questions, two questions. Okay, so first question is on the listening and feedback from the general student population. So if let's say you have listened to the feedback, but you know that the faculty itself, they have their own priorities and their way of doing things, or due to guideline or restriction, how would you actually ensure that you are able to pass on the message to both sides so that both sides will understand the concern and you are actually able to take proper action rather than just like voicing out the complaints to both sides, but there's no steps being taken?
Can we have a moment to discuss that? Thank you. So the first step would be like to listen from both sides, and then after that we can just like try to understand each other's perspective, like how what the school wants, the policy they have in place, and also what the student wants, and try to find. Yeah, but alternatively the final decision would be that of the school. But our job is only to like. Do you want to answer that? Okay. So to answer your question, the first step would be to listen to both sides of the concern. We'll try to have this perspective from students and that from the school. We'll try to understand how the school goes about the issue and try to navigate it to the point that we can understand both sides of this concern. And then from that, we'll try to make the students' voice amplified by trying to explain to the school what is the root cause of the issue and how they can appease this. And for that, we'll try to work things out to find an alternate way to go about the issue, and also to try to provide a solution that will satisfy both sides of this concern.
As you mentioned, our main priority would be voicing for the students' rights. So in that case, we would like tell the faculty from a student's perspective, this is like something the students are facing. But in the worst case where they can't do this, we would explain to the students, this is what the faculty said. But there's another alternate solution that we can propose, so that we'll try to satisfy both parties and try our best to make everyone happy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's answer both of my questions already. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you for your question. I think, is there any more questions from those in here in the audience physically? Okay, so there's no questions online. I think really if there's nothing, then we can, I think, conclude the session now. So let's move on to closing remarks from the candidates.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, what drives us is simple. We want to put students at the heart of SOB, and we both have experienced how Monash has shaped us, and now we want to give back and create a community where every student feels supported, included, and heard. So if you believe in a school of business built on connection, collaboration, and care, we'd be so honored to have your vote. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here physically and online. We really appreciate you being here today. Thank you.
All right, thank you again to Lovishan and Imra. So just before we conclude the live stream, just a few important updates. The voting period will be from the 13th of October to 17 October 2025, and the voting will take place via the official e-voting platform. So do check out the MUSA official Instagram and stay tuned for updates regarding the voting. So with that, I think we can conclude the debate session for the School of Business. Let's give a round of applause again for the office bearers and the potential candidates.